for the world, listen to me.
En el mundo entero, escúchenme.
Hear this.
Escuchen eso.
What is going to happen in the year 2025?
Lo que va a pasar en el año 2025.
And so this year is going to be terrible.
Este año será terrible.
Plane crash.
Va a haber accidentes de aviones.
It will be the most common thing, just like motor accident is common.
Será lo más común, como también está pidiendo accidentes de coches.
So those who have traveled by air should look for aircraft that have insurance. Because what I'm looking at, I need to take lives.
Lo que estoy la gente que está suele viajar a través del aire, que busquen aviones que tienen seguro, porque lo que estoy viendo va a coger vidas.
In the year 2025.
En el año 2025.
Worst US air disaster in more than 20 years. A mid-air crash late last night between a passenger plane and an army helicopter in the skies above the nation's capital. 64 people were on board the American Airlines flight and 3 were on the helicopter. Now all 67 are presumed dead. Some of the bodies have now been recovered from the Potomac River, where the plane came down, and that process continues. But while it's much too soon to speculate about the cause of the
CCTV pictures show the moment of impact. Very low in the sky, over Washington, D.C., the helicopter and the plane are rapidly heading toward each other, and then we can see the sudden explosion. On closer footage, we see the crash quite clearly. Very close to downtown Washington and its famous skyline, the wreckage can still be seen protruding from the icy Potomac River. A distressing sight. There are recordings from air traffic control as the accident happened.
Crash. This is alert 3. Crash.
Fire command. The accident happened in the river. The helicopter and the plane crashed in the river.
I'm Abby Phillip, and we begin with breaking news tonight. Another plane has crashed in another American city, and this time it is Philadelphia. I want to reset what we know at this hour. We are told a twin-engine medevac jet took off from a local airport en route to Missouri. That plane reached 1,600 feet after takeoff before plunging 11,000 feet per minute. 6 people were on board, including a child patient. Here is another look at the crash as it happened. You saw there the jet plummeting almost like a missile out of the sky before an explosion. It landed in a busy section of the city near a mall. It's unknown whether there are any casualties on the ground.
So this year is going to be terrible.
Este año será terrible.
Plane crash. The most common thing, just like motor accident is common.
Será lo más común, como también está pidiendo accidentes de coches.
Hello, you're with BBC News. Let's go to Canada now, where all passengers have survived when a plane crash-landed, flipping upside down at Toronto Pearson International Airport on Monday. 80 people were on board the Delta Airlines flight, which was arriving from Minneapolis in the United States. Incredibly, all of them survived. 3 people, including a child, were critically injured. However, Jessica Murphy reports from Toronto.
A touchdown in Toronto that flipped a plane on its head.
No. Drop everything, drop it. Come on.
Inside, terrified passengers scrambled out. Moments earlier, they'd been dangling upside down by their seatbelts and had to lower themselves onto the cabin ceiling to get out.
Oh my.
What you like to do? We just had a crash on runway 23 here.
They were traveling from the U.S. city of Minneapolis. The tail and right wing of the plane were ripped off by the impact of the landing. But how exactly the plane ended up like this, wheels in the air, still isn't clear.